Welcome back to the Bobby King Iraqi Dinar news channel. I'm your host, Bobby King. If you're serious about staying informed on Iraq's economic transformation and the latest updates surrounding the Iraqi dinar, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and support this channel. Your engagement helps keep this information flowing. Let's dive into these incredible updates. In the past few days, a wave of developments has emerged from Iraq, not with explosions or political chaos as many headlines have come to expect, but with hope, determination, and the steady drumbeat of transformation. While most of the world remains focused on global elections, trade wars, or celebrity scandals, something massive, potentially world-altering, is quietly unfolding in the heart of the Middle East. The data doesn't lie. Iraq is preparing to rejoin the world in a way that could shock the global financial system and shift regional power balances. For years, Iraq has been viewed through the lens of conflict, sanctions, corruption, and instability. But beneath that surface, a slow burn of reform has been underway, and now, in a span of just 3 to 4 days, information has surfaced that reveals just how close Iraq is to a financial renaissance. Not just talk. Not just speculation. Verified movements backed by heavyweight players, the U.S. Treasury, the International Monetary Fund, the World Bank, the United Nations, and major central banks across the Middle East. Iraq is being reintegrated into the international financial system. This isn't vague diplomacy or empty rhetoric. This is concrete, technical progress that suggests the groundwork for revaluing the Iraqi dinar, reforming banking practices, improving digital transparency, and aligning with SWIFT and ISO 20022 standards has been largely completed. And now, for the first time in years, perhaps decades, the major international bodies are speaking about Iraq with optimism. A quiet alignment with global forces when the United Nations itself begins referencing Iraq in the context of global economic alignment. People should listen. The UN does not make offhand remarks. Sources indicate that Iraq is now considered to be compliant or nearly compliant with multiple financial oversight metrics. This includes anti-money laundering measures, international trade standards, and digital banking reforms. And let's not forget, this isn't happening in a vacuum. The global financial system is undergoing its own seismic shifts. De-dollarization in many regions, central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, and a more multipolar financial world are all creating space for emerging players to claim their place. Iraq, backed quietly but firmly by the U.S. Treasury, may be positioning itself to do just that. A new era for the Iraqi dinar? While speculation about the dinar has long swirled in certain circles, often dismissed as conspiracy or rumor, the past few days have changed the narrative. What was once theory now has data. Bank sources, diplomatic leaks, and international statements are converging to suggest that a revaluation of Iraq's currency may not only be possible, it may be imminent. This isn't about sudden wealth or overnight miracles. It's about restoring Iraq's sovereignty, giving its people access to global markets, and stabilizing a nation that has far too long been kept in economic chains. The Iraqi central bank has already made significant moves, restructuring currency auctions, imposing strict foreign currency regulations to eliminate black market abuses, and digitizing vast portions of its monetary system. Regional stability or strategic rebirth? One of the most overlooked outcomes of Iraq's transformation may be regional. If Iraq stabilizes, financially, diplomatically, and politically, it becomes a bridge between Iran and the Gulf states, between East and West. The recent Arab League conference held in Baghdad was not just symbolic, it was deeply strategic. Delegations from across the Middle East discussed shared financial frameworks, security cooperation, and the long-elusive concept of collective Arab economic power. This is where the shock comes in. Iraq, once the bleeding wound of the Middle East, may now become a hub, a neutral ground for financial cooperation and investment. It's not a stretch to imagine Baghdad as the next quiet capital of oil-backed digital transactions, or as a logistical nexus between Europe and Asia. The hope behind the headlines. What makes all this more than just economic news is what it means for the Iraqi people. Millions of Iraqis have lived through invasion, occupation, sectarian violence, economic collapse, and mass displacement. Their currency has been devalued, their infrastructure bombed, and their trust in leadership shattered. And yet, in spite of it all, they've endured. If this wave of international support holds true, If these financial shifts lead to real-world impacts, then Iraqis may soon see something they haven't experienced in generations: financial dignity. This is about more than numbers on a screen. It's about the possibility that an Iraqi family can send money abroad without fear. That a farmer can get a loan through a legitimate, regulated bank. That foreign companies can invest without strings attached or fears of corruption. That a child growing up in Mosul or Basra might dream of something other than leaving. Final thoughts. Don't look away. The next few weeks could change everything. While the headlines will continue to flash with wars, elections, and AI debates, a powerful new chapter is being written quietly, in dinars, in documents, in diplomatic meetings that few are watching closely. Don't look away. Iraq may just become the biggest comeback story of our time. In the end, I want to ask my friends who are watching to stay positive and patient, because patience is the key to success. Please subscribe to my channel and support me. Wishing you all a wonderful day.